Oh shit! The music got turned down. You know what that means, chat? It means that it is time once it... Whoop, fuck. We're good. Didn't knock over anything important. All is fine. Moving on here. It is time once again for... WinglessValkyrie Live Stream! Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the WinglessValkyrie Live Stream! Hope you guys are having a good time chilling out there. Hope you're all doing well. We're back today with the live streams with Mr. Red-Faced here. Mr. Saw Too Much Goddamn Sun. His fucking living life. Look at that. Fucking flashbang. Desert Sun. CSGO. Costa Rica. Antarctica. Australia. It's like, that's what we got going on here. So, welcome back to the Raise the Colors charity live streams for the Canadian Red Cross. We have raised a total of $69.69. Nice. And our current top donator is Hell's Breach with the $22.19. If you want to donate to the Canadian Red Cross, if you want to help try and reach our goal of 1,000 Canadian dollars donated by the time Jackson and I fully finish painting and building all of our back catalog of armies, be sure to check out the links down below or scan the QR code on screen. All right. Hope you're all doing well. White boy tan, indeed. Indeed. Fucking absolute white boy tan. Look at, I mean, it gives me an excuse to flex off the muscles. Look at all the gym progress. I mean, yeah, look at the gym progress. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, look at the tan, but look at the gym progress. So, you know, best of both worlds. But yeah, holy, this red face mixed with this blonde hair, wow. It's not good. It's not good, I'll tell you that. Whoa, it's pretty bad. But, anywho, so, yesterday, chat, we built a Chaos Vindicator. We built a little Vindicator, with we built the Killdozer. We put some spikes on it, we put some chains, we made it very chaosy, because it's going to go for my Night Lords. And today, we're building the other tank I have that was gifted to me that I had sent, yes, with the extended warranty, correct. But only those who are part of the stream know about the extended warranty for that Vindicator. We'll have to figure out something as well for today, because today, chat, we have what I was mistakenly calling a whirlwind all stream. I kept on saying I had a whirlwind as well using the Rhino chassis. It's not a whirlwind. It's a Razorback. Similar to a whirlwind, but the whirlwind has way bigger guns on its back than the Razorback does. The Razorback basically has what is pictured here, which is a twin-linked heavy bolter, but it can also have a twin-linked assault cannon or a twin-linked las cannon. We're probably going to build it as the twin-linked las cannon, because the las cannon just looks cool. It's that one there. I don't know what the twin-linked assault cannon looks like, so we'll have to take a look at that and see what that's like, but there's basically twin-linked heavy bolter, twin-linked las cannon, and then the twin-linked assault cannon. We're probably going to build it with the las cannon, because the las cannon is just super dope. And we're just going to go with that. But on top of that, it also can take a hunter-killer missile, which is a once-per-game missile that you can fire off, and one other weapon as well. But now with 10th edition rules, all war gear is free, and you could take all war gear upgrades for free. So, which is funny because the rules say the Razorback is equipped with a twin-linked heavy bolter, which can be replaced with either a twin-linked las cannon or a twin-linked assault cannon. It also can carry a hunter-killer missile, and I think it's a twin autocannon as well at the front. But you might as well just replace the word can with the word does, because all war gear is free for 10th edition. So, the Razorback carries your choice of a twin-linked assault cannon, las cannon, or heavy bolter, and it doesn't. And old text, it can take a hunter-killer missile. It comes with a hunter-killer missile because you get it for free. So there's no reason you would never not take it. Anyways, that's just some fun stuff. Anyways, but also, yeah, you can see there's the Rhino. There's the Rhino chassis. The only difference between the fucking Rhino and this Razorback is the Rhino has a flat top and the Razorback has a gun. Also, the Razorback has spikes, but these spikes come with the Rhino. If you want to put spikes on the front of the Rhino, you can. It's fucking weird. Anyways, let's go ahead and build. Let's go ahead and get started and building this Razorback. Also, to confirm, if you buy now, we throw in the hunter-killer missile for free. Order a second unit and just pay shipping costs. Exactly. It's weird because, like, in all the old editions, some war gear was free. Like, you could switch between certain weapons for free. It didn't matter which one you wanted to pick. The model cost the same. But then for every additional weapon the model could possibly carry, you had to pay points for it. Like, if you wanted to upgrade, it was like 10 points for this or 15 points for that. But now with 10th edition, they just went, all models, base cost, this much. Equip them however you want. And it's like, okay. A part of me is like, that's fucking dope. That's really awesome. But another part of me is like, you will never see anybody take pistols ever again. Why would any model ever, in the history of ever, take pistols? Ever again? Every unit, every model, every tank, everything in the game can now take its best weaponry for free. You will never see pistols ever again. You will never see a full squad of boys with regular bolters again. You will never see a squad of 20 cultists with only auto guns ever again. And like a part of that's like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, that's dope. Now every squad can be its best self. Every tank can be its best self. But also it kind of puts you in the position, it's like, okay, but when you're finalizing the list and you only got like 50 points left to play with after you've picked all your models and units and everything, it was kind of nice to be like, okay, what models should I upgrade? What models should I not? Which models should get some plasma? Which ones should I give a heavy bolter to? Which ones don't technically need it? And I could probably, you know, he can just take his regular bolt pistol. He doesn't have to have a plasma pistol. It was kind of fun to do that. So I have mixed feelings on it. I'll have to play. I haven't played a game of 10th yet. I really want to, just to see what that's like. But right now, I'm mixed on it. I'm mixed on all war gear being free. A part of me is like, hell yeah. Every model, every tank can be its best self. But another part of me is like, there is a ton of war gear now that you will never, ever, 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 ever see again. Because there's no point in ever taking it down or ever taking it ever. Because everything the model can take is better. And if it's free to take, why would they not take it? So, yeah. Positive, every model, every tank can be its best self and take every weapon that it possibly ever could. Other side, there are certain weapons that were really cheap in points, and that's why you could, like, I have 2 points left to ease out my 2,000 points. I'm going to give this guy, I'm going to give him another pistol. I'm going to give him, excuse me, the slightly better pistol, because it was only 2 points to upgrade. Now you're never going to do that. Now you're going to be like, you get a twin-linked melt-a-gun, which used to be like 35 points extra, but now it's free. So, I'm mixed. Everyone gets to be their best self, but there are certain weapons that the squad says, yeah, it can take it, but it never will ever again. So they tried to simplify and dumb down instead. Well, that was the big thing they said when they were coming out with 10th, and they were saying, like, just before 10th was around the corner, they were saying, because 9th got, I'm going to be dead honest with you, 9th got, here, I'm going to switch to full cam for a little bit here before we get started. For me, I've been playing Warhammer on and off since early 5th edition. I started back in early 5th, I believe. It was right between the change of 4th to 5th, I think. It was when I very first started, and I didn't have a super big grip on the rules. I was still in middle school, early high school, and I mainly I liked the lore, and I liked the models, and I liked Chaos because I was an edgy boy. So I bought Chaos. I still like Chaos, and I'm 27 now, so, but I wouldn't call myself edgy. Maybe it's also sunk cost fallacy, because I also have upgraded to now having Space Marines and Orcs. But I also have 2 Chaos armies, because I have World Eaters and Night Lords, so But anyways, it was, the rules, I remember, even if I didn't grasp all of them, they were really complicated back at the switch between 4th to 5th. Because that was when I don't know how much of this you remember, JB, or even if you are aware, so I apologize if I jump over some stuff. But back in 4th and 5th edition, the armor class, basically, for tanks, changed depending on what side you were shooting at. And while it made sense, it was also kind of complicated. We also had we had scatter dice and shit. Oh, that was something broken there. But we had scatter dice where you would do an orbital bombardment or something, and you had a big circle, and you held it physically over the models you wanted to hit, and you're like, hey, this is where I'm aiming. And then you rolled 2d6 and a scatter die, and the scatter die just had 2 sides of it were just a circle, like dead shot on, and then all other 4 sides was an arrow. So when you rolled the 2d6, if you got an arrow, your shot went off in that arrow's direction, equal to the amount of inches that the dice rolled. And it was kind of fun, and it was kind of interesting that way, but it also made for a bit of confusion because, like, is it hitting that model? Is it not hitting that model? And you're kind of like, you can never hold it perfectly centered, so it's always kind of shifting around, unless you just pushed it on the models. But a lot of models have spikely bits and all kinds of stuff, so it never sat straight, so it's But the big thing I remember is that, like, perfect example, the Vindicator that we built yesterday, its front armor was massive because it had the giant fucking dozer on the front. So its armor class at the very front was insane. And almost every single tank, at least of the Rhino variety, its weakest armor was in its ass. So you always wanted to try to hit the ass end of the tank because that's where its armor was weakest, and that's where you could have a higher chance of pen. But, so I remember that very well because also Jackson and I, Jackson was trying out Necrons way back in the day, and he wanted to try playing with a monolith, but he didn't have a monolith model. So what we did is we took this old crystal ball, from some statue thing that his mom had in the house, and we put sticky tape on all 4 sides of the crystal ball, and we wrote F, S on the 2 sides, and B on the back to show what sides of the monolith was, the front, the back, and the 2 sides, because it had different arm class for all sides, which was weird considering monolith basically looked the same on all sides, but either way. So, and I remember those days fondly, but it was definitely a lot more to keep track of and a lot more to worry about. And then 7th came around, and then I quit playing just because I moved away for college, and I moved away from all my friends, so I didn't have anyone to play Warhammer with, and I got involved in school. But then, after I graduated school, I was in a local hobby shop, and I was just kind of looking around, being a bit nostalgic, because I hadn't played either Magic or Warhammer or anything really since I was just so busy with school all the time. And I met a dude who played Orcs, and he was telling me about how there was this new edition that's been out for almost a year now called 7th. And he invited me to his place so we could play a game of 7th and I could get back into the hobby. So I said, sure, sounds good. So I busted out my old Night Lords. They were my old Night Lords that were plastic with metal shoulders and metal helmets, so they were heavier than normal. Excuse me. Oh, I just had supper. Oh, burger coming up. So we busted that out. I played 1 game at his house. And he was a fanatic painter. He didn't care about what army it was. He just loved painting. So he had a ton of Chaos models that he had painted, but he just didn't like playing Chaos, but he loved painting them. So after that game, he gave me like 5 models that he had painted. And I was like so impressed. I was like, damn, I can't just accept this, man. He was like, I literally buy them just to paint. I'm never going to play them. You'll actually play them. So here, just give them to you. And that was super awesome and generous of him. And then he came over to my house once and we played a game there. And then after that, I was gonna say he got drafted, but he didn't get drafted. I don't know what it was, but he was involved in the military, and he had to move because of his military status. I didn't get the full details of it, but he basically told me, he was like, "Hey, thanks for playing Warhammer, but I'm actually moving now in like a month or two because of my military status." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, thanks for getting me back into the Warhammer. I appreciate it." And then I stopped playing 7th. I played 2 games of 7th, and that was about it. I watched some YouTube videos about 7th, but that was about it. And then, most recently, not most recently, I guess this is several years ago now, but then Jackson messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, do you still play Warhammer?" And I was like, I mean, I still have all my models, but I haven't played since, it would have been like a couple years at this point now. And he was like, "Okay, I have a really good paying job now, and I would like to actually start collecting models and everything now that I have the money for it. Can you teach me?" And I was like, "Sure, absolutely. But I now have to relearn myself because it's been several years." And then we found out that we were playing in what was called 8th edition now. And 8th edition, by far, 8th edition was my favorite of the editions I played. The rules, dead simple. The rules, very easy to follow, easy to pick up, all kinds of stuff. All models had the same armor class, everything, which was the same in 7th, but either way, it was just very easy to learn, very easy to adapt to, and relearn again, and teach Jackson as well. And it was great. It was fantastic. And in terms of also playing the game, easiest way you played the mission, which was very easy to understand, but then you also had your secondary objectives, and you only ever had 3. Slay the Warlord, behind enemy lines, and third thing, and that was it. And it was dead simple, always the same every single game, very easy to learn. Now, a problem with that, which is why they've changed it now, was that certain armies did the secondaries a lot better than other armies, which led to an always kind of imbalance in power, disregarding the mission you were playing, because those secondaries, if you had a really mobile army, you could always get behind enemy lines very easily. If you had an extremely killy army, or even a lot of armies that just had like character killer kind of things, you could always reliably get Slay the Warlord. And I can't remember what the third one was. So you could kind of always rely on those depending on what your army did. So I can understand why they got rid of that kind of stuff, but it just made missions very easy to do because all you needed to do was the mission, and then the secondary rules were always remembered because it was only ever those 3, and it was very easy to remember for everybody. And then we came to 9th, which has just ended now. And 9th had a lot of good, but I think, hot take for me, I really don't enjoy the secondary objectives part of 9th. And the secondary objectives part of 9th, which is also now coming into 10th, because there was so many and they were constantly changing. There were so many ways to constantly get points for your army and switch up how your army was playing, which was, kind of great. You can always have more options, but it was an abundance of options, and it was so bloated, and it kept on changing, especially when you went to tournaments, which options you were allowed to take and which options you weren't allowed to take. And then when you played just casual games, you could just had like whatever options you wanted, but there were so many, and it just became like too many to pick from. I was like, I don't know, am I ever gonna do this? It was way too much. It was way too much bloat, and I didn't like it. So I always just picked the same secondaries all the time, because I was like, I know what these do, I understand these, and I understand how they work. I don't want to take the time to relearn these other 40 fucking secondaries and figure this out. I just don't care. And then also command points or like stratagems. Oh my good fucking god. So, stratagems are an interesting thing because depending on the size of your army and depending on how much Games Workshop enjoys your army, your stratagems could be massive in size, or you could get a small few. And you better know what all your stratagems do so you can use the right one at the right time, both on your turn and the enemy's turn. And, you know, because those stratagems are life or death. These are Jackson's Necron cards. These include his stratagems. These are my Chaos Space Marine cards. These include my stratagems. Do you see the problem? Jackson had to memorize this. I had to memorize this. What the fuck is bullshit? It's insane. So every game I had Wahapedia up, which is a website. It's an incredible website and it's completely free to use. So shout out to the goats at Wahapedia. Insane people. But every time I played a game of 9th, I had Wahapedia open on my phone and I had the Chaos Space Marine stratagems because I had a massive, long thing going through every single turn of the game and what strategy you could use during this turn right now, on your turn, and then on the enemy's turn. So during your movement phase, you could use these. During your charge phase, you could use these. During your fight phase, you could use these. And during the enemy's fight phase, you could use these. During the enemy's psychic phase, you could use these. And it was immensely helpful instead of constantly fucking fluffing through all my fucking data cards, just seeing which ones applied to my army, which ones I could use right now, which ones I could use later. It's just like, holy fuck. And you saw the size of it. It was like this thick of fucking cards. It was stupid. It was insane. And now, thank God, now 10th just came out, and they took a look at all the stratagems for all the armies, and they reduced all of them by like 90%. Every army has like 6 stratagems at most, and that's it. And it's so nice because you don't have to panic worry about all the different fucking possible stratagems you could possibly doing it every single time. You have like 6 at most for your whole army, and that's it. And it's way easier to remember. On top of that, we get to the point where I was talking about point changes. And this is where I was coming all the way down to your comment where you said, sounds like they tried to simplify and dumb down instead. They announced from the beginning, once we started hearing rumors that 10th was around the corner, they said the new edition, the next edition Warhammer, they understood that it got a little too complicated and a little too tedious to keep track of things, which I fully agree with. So they said they were going to make 10th the easiest version of Warhammer possible so that it was very easy to learn, very easy to adapt to, and even if they did have to make changes to it, if they had to issue changes to the rules or anything, it was extremely easy to pick up on and adapt to the new changes. They wanted it to be as easy and beginner-friendly to learn and play. And I fully support that because 9th edition, 8th edition was great. 8th edition was a good middle ground. Of course, every edition have its problems. That's fine. But 8th edition was a perfectly good middle ground. My favorite edition thus far. And then 9th started out okay, but then it started to get a little bloated with all the different stratagems and all the different secondary missions that they were constantly pumping out for all the different armies, and you just couldn't keep track of shit. It was too much. And now they said fuck all of that, and they cut all of it down by like 90%, and now all war gear is free. All your units and everything, if you have a squad of 5 units, it's 100, or a squad of, yeah, if you have a squad of 5 models, it's 100 points. If you have a squad of 10 models, it's 200 points, and that's it. If you have models of 5 or less, 100 points, but the moment you go to 6 models, up to 10, it's 200 points. That's not the same for everything, but that's basically the way it works. And it's super easy. The Razorback, it's 100 points. Doesn't matter what you put on it. You can put the Twin-Link Heavy Bolter, the Twin-Link Lance Cannon, the Twin-Link Assault Cannon, give it the Hunter Killer Missile, give it the other Heavy Bolter or Twin-Link Bolter at the front, the little thing. Doesn't matter what you put on it. Doesn't give a shit. 100 points. You could run this as a fucking Rhino and still call it a Razorback, 100 points. So it makes it very easy, very understandable, and very fast to make lists now. But also, in doing so, it kind of makes certain things dumb. Like you said, sounds like they tried to simplify, and they definitely did. They really simplified 10th edition, very much so. But there are certain things about the simplification that are just dumb. Like the aforementioned, when all war gear is free, every single model is going to be ready for nom It is going to be geared to its teeth. It is going to have tits at quadruple, double, triple, exponential D cups with a 36-inch waist just roaring to go. I know that's not that big, but like, there's no reason for it ever to go with the bralette and A cups and the 22-inch around. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever save the money and get the bralette when money is not an option? All war gear is free. So fuck it, I'm going to get the biggest breasticles I can. So, yeah. Anyways, that was a very long-winded answer to your question, JB, or not even a question, your statement. I don't even know if you're here anymore, but sounds like they tried to simplify and dumb down instead. Yes, but that was their goal. They wanted to simplify to make it easier to understand, easy to adapt to, and easy for new players. Which I will say, to their credit, they achieved all three. And you know what? I may end up loving 10th more than any other edition, and I feel like it's very possible I will. But just from an outside look, without actually playing 10th right now, I don't know how I feel about the war gear change. I'm slightly leaning to the positive, but we'll see. Alright. Anyways, let's open this up. The even armor on all sides would cheese me off. The even armor on all sides would cheese me off? So you'd prefer the old way they did it, where there was a different armor class for each side of the tank? I didn't like it because A, it made sense, but also it was just annoying to keep track of. And also line of sight suddenly was like real off, because when you looked through a model's line of sight, which you still have to do so now, but if you could see both sides of a tank, like if you were looking at it at an angle, like perfect example. If you were looking at a tank at an angle, like this, where you could see both its front and its side, and it had a lower side armor class, then you were just going to shoot its side. But it kind of sucked for the person using the tank, because it's kind of like, there's no possible way for me to orientate this tank so that you can only see its hardest side. I'd have to point it straight face on at you, but then expose my side to everything else. So it just made it annoying. It was just a bit of a hassle. So I'm surprised so yeah, you say the even armor on all sides would cheese me off, but that's how it's been for like years. That's how it's been since, I think they switched that for 6th edition, I believe. I don't know. I remember it was different armor class for all armor sides back in 4th and 5th when I played, but then by the time I picked it up again in 7th, that rule was gone. So I think it switched either in 6th or in 7th. I'm very happy for it, because it's just fucking annoying otherwise. But that's just me. All right. 30 minutes in, let's get started. Skull chat. All right, let's build a Blood Raven's Razorback. This thing just fell apart in my hands. Oh no, it didn't. It folds out like this. I see. Okay, that's different than the... This is different than the Vindicator. That's fine. We will adapt. Time to inhale some glue. Fucking know it. We got it right here, baby. We got it right here. We are ready to go. We are raring to go. Hell yeah. Alright, well, it starts off the same as the other one. Exactly the same. We get our two sides of the tank. And we glue it together. Oh, there we go. These two pieces, identical. These two are just the Rhino pieces that are printed in every single tank that uses the Rhino chassis. The only difference for this vehicle is this piece, and that's it. The other piece is more war gear options. So what have we got in here? We've got That's the 2 las cannons. This, I believe, that's the heavy bolter. So where's the assault cannons? Because it can take a heavy bolter or twin link heavy bolter, twin link assault cannon, and twin link las cannon. Oh, maybe the twin linked assault cannon doesn't actually have a model. Because this is definitely only a las cannon and a heavy bolter. So you just have to say, damn. The assault cannon must just be a recent thing. They said, yeah, you know what, the Razorback can take assault cannons now too. Because it's definitely not modeled with one. Interesting. Anyways, I'm pretty sure we're going with the las cannons. Because the las cannons just look cool. They're bigger than the heavy bolters and they just look fucking menacing as shit. Alright. Let's build some tanks. Alright. Oh, it wants me to build the right final. Follow your instructions. Doesn't overly matter, but we'll follow your instructions. We'll build the fucking right one first. Wink. Okay. That's that. Let's start gluing that. Oh. Don't pull the pin out again, please. Thank you. Oh, that is almost completely out already. Don't do that. Go back in a bit. There we go. Thank you. Alright. First bits of glue. Let's do it. Alright. Step 1 of this train. Done. Only 562 steps to go left for this whole charity event. Alright. Let's do the rest of this. So, you are, yep, you're the right piece. Look at that. Grab the right one right off the hop. Oh, so good. Line it up to right about there. That looks good. Excellent. And then we go to this one. Feeling very tranquil with this music right now, chat, not gonna lie. Well, not anymore. Now we got the ominous clonking sound, and I'm a little nervous now. Don't like it. Oh, you know what, chat? Exposure, too high. The exposure on this camera also always appears to just be one step too high every single time. Don't know why it does that. There you go. How's that look? Oh, there we go. The paper is still white as shit, but at least you can see this a little bit better now. It's a bit better. Actually, maybe that's too dark. Fuck it, it is what it is. We take what we got. It is what it is. Not gonna spend too much time worrying about the little things that most viewers don't even notice. You are your world's biggest critic. Nobody else gives a shit as much as you do. There's no sense worrying about it. R3, it seems like it's going to be you. It is you. There we go. Alright, then we get the big honka. Huge honka galonka banonka bachonkas. Oh, that did not work at all. Try that again. There we go. Like a glove. There we go. Ooh. I didn't think it would get that hot. It's been a rather cool day. I was wrong. Fan activated. It's only a high of 17 today. It was insane. It was cloudy all day today, though. So my flying lesson got canceled. Sad face. Every part of the universe is making me stay as far away from doing my solo flight as possible. I did all the lessons needed. Finally, you can solo. Excellent, let's do it. You need your medical. I already got my medical. Nope, we need it in physical paper form, not over the phone. Damn it. Finally get my medical. After a month of waiting after all that bullshit. Hey, congratulations on getting your medical. I'm on holiday. My CFI. It's like, damn it. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Okay, sounds good. 2 weeks later. Supposed to... Hi, let's go flying on Tuesday. Sounds great. Let's do it. And if you're good enough, you can solo. Poggers, let's do it. Tuesday rolls around. An hour before flying lesson. Hey, have you seen the weather? Yeah, I have. Is it too bad? It's too bad. Okay, we'll try again tomorrow. So now I'm going flying tomorrow. Like, fuck. Ah! I am this close to soloing. I am this close to doing my first ever solo flight. Maybe I should take the hint. Maybe I should take the hint. The universe just keeps saying, bro, Don't do it. And maybe I should take the hint. But no! I refuse! I will do what I want. You cannot stop me. Alright. Does Torsten lose the piece into the void of the Rhino chassis again? Oh, nope, but he almost did lose a different piece that just was not fully adhered and just fully came off. That's okay. We will force it back in. We can make this happen. We have the technology. It's okay. I'm goated. I'm in flow state. What the fuck's happening here? What the fuck happened here? What happened here? Oh, that's why that's doing that. Okay, well, it's a little late to fix it, but I can probably just mangle it and make it look okay anyways. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. This is not going well. Oh my god, I'm making such a horrendous mess of all of this. Fuck. It's fine. There we go. It looks a little jank, but no one's gonna see it from this far away. It doesn't matter. We're good. It is fine. Gonna add some glue to this just to hide the pain. Just to hide what I've done. I knew I should have clipped that piece off, but I was like, nah, it's fine. It's not gonna be that big a deal. It was that big a deal. But it's fine. No one will even notice. Because it's at the rear back of the tank that no one will fucking look at. So it's fine. I didn't fuck up any of the other pieces by doing that, did I? No. Pog, that's done. Alright, let's do the other piece. Slap some modeling clay in the gap. Yeah, fucking nobody will notice. It's fine. If you can't tell from an arm's distance away, doesn't matter. It's only going to be looked at from an arm's distance away when you're playing. So, it's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat the small things. We have over 100 fucking models to do. Stop worrying about the little things. If you won't notice from over a fucking meter away, or at least an arm's reach away, then don't fucking worry about it. Just move on. Yeah, why bother trying to look at the back if it's the same armor as the front? Exactly, JB. Exactly. I know you're salty about it, but exactly. Okay, well, for this piece, I am going to fix what I didn't fix on that piece of track, because that's definitely what just fucked me there. So I'm going to fix that on this one so I don't run into the same problem. But that's fine. We adapt, we overcome, and we achieve. Yeah, these pieces I'm going to have to fix because they are not molded the same. And you're what caused me problems just now. But that's fine. I can fix you. I'm like a basic white girl.
I'm like some basic white girls. I look at you, I see the problems, they're big red flags, and I go, I can fix him. I can fix you. There you go, see? Easy. Okay. Has that piece fixed? And which other one had that problem? You're the one that problem. People play modern warfare. People play World War II miniature games where they have to have different armor values. They just cut the tank into 4 quadrants. Fair enough. Well, Warhammer used to have that, and then they decided, nope, too much numbers, 1 armor class for the whole model. And you know what? Hot take for you, but I prefer that. The less I have to keep track of, the better. The less shit I gotta worry about, the better. The less complications during the game, the less rules looking up we need to constantly be doing during the game, the better. Makes the game run smoother. And I definitely did that for 40k, so I am okay with that rules change. I do miss scatter dice. I do miss orbital bombardment and templates. Those were fun, but I understand why they were removed. It sucks, but I understand. Okay, there we go. Those tracks are fixed up. Won't have that problem this time. Oh, I didn't even cut out the other side of the tank, Lamau. I need the other side of this rhino. Come over here. There we go. Okay, while that's going on, I'm going to clean this piece up a bit. Just because we'll make gluing the top onto it easier. It's a little bit more flush. That was a bit too much of a gash, but that's okay. It will also get covered anyways, so there you go. Alright. Let's do the rest. You go here. Yep. The World War II gaming community doesn't have the same types of issues with min-max and munchkin type players generally. Gotcha. Yeah, I figured it's probably a different crowd. I mean, it's a different type of game, so... Okay. big one. You find dozens of stories about Warhammer tournaments and loaded dice and approximately zero in the World War II community. But also, and I don't mean to offend, but also, the Warhammer tournaments happen far more often with far more people. So of course you're going to get far more stories. Because there's just more chances for that to happen. That's like, that's like looking at a pond and looking at the ocean and saying, if you go out into the ocean, you're going to find tons of sharks that will eat you alive, and it's a really bad time. You find almost nothing like that in this pond. Obviously, because the pond is fucking way smaller. Like, I'm not denying that kind of stuff happens. Of course it does. But saying that it happens way more in Warhammer than it does in Warhammer community, I don't think is indicative of the Warhammer community. I think it's just a fact of there's far more people playing Warhammer than there is playing the Warhammer 2 tabletop game. So of course you're going to find more often because there's just more people there. More people, sure, more often, maybe. Okay, that's the big piece. Oh my god, go away notification. It's annoying. Alright. Alright, and last piece of this track. Okay, please work nicely for me. Last piece. Not like the other piece. Or like yesterday, getting lost in the void. That also sucked. Don't do that. Why are you like this? Why is this piece getting stuck now? I fixed the problem. What's going on here? What is the fucking problem, my guy? You look fine. What are you... There you go. Just need a bit of a forceful hand. Bit of a forceful touch. There you go. Alright, that was much smoother. There you go. That's the two sides done. Doesn't really matter what the ratio is for cheating making the game news. You could have a billion times as many players and still have more cheating. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The more players you have, the more often you're going to see cheating scandals because it's just a wider pool of people in general. I think it's because old farts play World War II games and don't have time for that shit. Probably. It's a bit of a well, Yeah, I would say it's probably a bit of that as well. Definitely a far older demographic plays the World War II tabletop games than the younger demographic. The younger demographic is typically far more into sci-fi and fantasy than the older demographic. They're more into the history and everything. But there is still older people who play the sci-fi fantasy 40K game. Most of them I do notice play Imperial Guard, which is like as close to your standard World War II army thing you can get. So, but yes, there is some truth to that matter, to that statement. All right, flip. Oh, Jesus, what? Oh, right. There we go. Just gotta be different than the other book, eh? Just gotta be different. That's fine. Alright, I know you're saying not to glue the back door so that you can flip the back door open and not, but I'm never going to do that ever, and I don't care about that. I cared when it was the kill dozer, making sure the gun and the dozer moved. But the back ramp door, no, don't give a damn. I'll glue that shit in place. The X-Wing miniatures games got stupid when it got popular as they had to asshole-proof the rules. Never played. Not a big X-Wing guy, but my local gaming store has had a couple of X-Wing models that look pretty dope, but they've been on the shelf since I started going to that store. I don't know how many people play X-Wing that go to that shop, but I can't imagine it's very many, because there's like one dope orange model on the shelf that's been in that spot ever since I started going to that store like 5-6 years ago. And it's still there. So I don't think anybody plays XCOM anymore that shops at Quantum. I don't need any pieces else for this. I do need these though. Excuse me. Flip. 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 There you go. There's the bottom. There's the driving controls, and there's the back. And yeah, that's all we need for now. All right. Well, let's start with this one actually. Like that. Okay, get that in there. Most X-Wing models are about an inch long. My avatar is a photo of pre-painted a wing that's right at a inch long. Sorry, 25 millimeters. Sorry, you're in Canada. No. Inches is fine. The only thing that... So, like, inches and feet and meters and centimeters and millimeters, all of that's fine. Like, some people are like, oh, Canadians, you measure yourself in centimeters. So, like, you're 170 centimeters tall or anything. I was like... No, I'm 5'10". I go with that measurement, and so do most people. So, like, yeah, an inch long, I get that. That's fine. The only thing we use that you don't, that anytime you guys use it, I'm very fucking confused by, is Fahrenheit. And that's because it goes for the rest of the goddamn world. That's the only thing. Otherwise, measurements is all exactly the same. I get that. But then you say it's like, oh yeah, it was like 107 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? What is fucking happening in your country? Look at the rest of the world. Get on board. God damn it. I guess It saves me time by not gluing it because it's going to be stuck down anyways, so I just won't bother gluing it, I suppose. Save me time anyways, so. Alright, go flip over here. Okay, well, if you're going to be a fucking pain in the ass to deal with, then I will glue you. Fuck. I am 2 seconds away from just gluing you shut, you fuck. Nope, I know you're gonna cause me hassles down the road. I'm gluing you. Is there any reason I don't need to glue this later? None. Didn't think so. Fuck you. You're getting glued shut. F to C is different because 0 isn't the same place. I know it's different because you guys are like whatever fucking like 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh yeah, that's the freezing temperature of water. Or you could just be easy and make it 0 like everything else. Water at 1 degrees, still water. Water at -1 degrees, now ice. 0 is the freezing point. It makes sense. Also, crazy, but water at 99 degrees, still fine. 100 degrees, it's boiling. It turns to evaporates. It's so easy to remember. 100, boil. 0, freezing. But you guys are like, nah, 124 boiling point. 18 freezing point. Like, what the fuck? Why? Right, 0 inches is 0 centimeters. Okay, but... Yes, because measurements are the same regard... Yeah, 0 is 0. 0 is 0. Except for... Yeah, except for Fahrenheit. When you... Exactly. 0 Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So water at 33 degrees Fahrenheit is cold, but still water. But at 31 degrees Fahrenheit, water's ice now. Or just fucking make it 0. Just follow along with everybody else. Anyways, I'm not gonna go down this fucking rabbit hole again. It's so dumb. I don't understand. America is just a bunch of old men set in their ways and refusing to see the light of better systems. Okay, there. Now this fucking thing's not gonna cause me issues. -40 degrees Celsius is... Yeah, that is the only time they both line up. That is the only time. And -40 degrees Celsius and -40 degrees Fahrenheit is the only time that it's exactly the same. That we're on the same level. Every other degree, it's like, what in the fuck is happening? Oh, fuck, I forgot. It's fine. I'll slide it in just fine. I forgot to line it up so I could make this part easier on myself again. For the second time. It's fine. Oh, that one went in way easier than the last one. The last one was a fucking hassle. This one just fully acknowledged that, yep, I'm supposed to be in there. It's fine. Every time you go up 5 degrees Celsius, it's 9 degrees Fahrenheit. So -35 Celsius, 31 Fahrenheit. Either way, at -40, your balls are frozen together. Yes, at -40, you might as well be dead. Because that's better than experiencing -40 degrees temperature in either country. Anywhere on the world. All right, chat. I should just say JB because you're the only one in chat, or at least the only one talking. What are we putting in this one? What are we hiding in this one? In the Vindicator, we hid a phone number to call for extended warranty. What are we hiding in this one? Give me some options, chat. If I think of anything better than your guys' options, I'm just going to do that. While you guys come up with options, I'll be right back. See other tank for warranty card. What? Oh, okay. Initially funny, but problem. What if I sell the army in pieces? What if somebody, like, what if whoever inherits my army after me sells the army for pieces, or throws some of it away or something, and then they suddenly open up that tank. This one, they open up this Razorback and it says "See other tank for warranty card," but there is no other tank. Or if there's like 50 different tanks, like I have this Land Raider. Granted, this is for my Night Lords. That's why it's colored blue. And it's got some spikes on the back there that I've yet to paint. And then also a couple of spikes and stuff here and chains. So, but it's going to be for my Night Lords when it's done. It's part of what we're doing for this thing because it's not fully painted. Oh, it's also rather dusty. Ignore that. But anyways, so this is another tank. So you could be like, see other tank. It's like, oh, it's in the Land Raider. And then they crack open the Land Raider, but there's nothing in this tank. Because I didn't build this Land Raider. I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. They built it, and then they never painted it. So I started painting it blue for my Night Lords, and then I set it off to the side to do later. But it's just, that's an example. That doesn't work. So good option. Fortunately, kind of falls apart really quickly. Then they will be disappointed when they open the rest of the tank so you don't know there is nothing in it. No, I got an idea, chat. Autofocus is turned off, but it's an Astartes Warrior token from the Magic the Gathering cards. It's going to be reversed for you, but there you go. I'm going to put an Astartes Warrior Magic the Gathering token in the card, and I just drew a little heart on it, and then the Wingless Valkyrie logo. I'm going to put this inside. So inside, there are Astartes. And then whoever opens it later from me will either know me and know, oh, Wingless Valkyrie put it in there. Or they won't know me and then be like, what the fuck is this heart and what the fuck is this W and V? And they'll never know. Or they'll find out, and it's ingenious marketing. Who knows? Anyways, that's what I'm going to put in here. It doesn't fit. Fuck! I'll fold it. I'll just fold it up. Also, I keep bumping this, so you're gonna get moved a bit. Because you keep getting bumped, and it's very irritating. There you go. Alright, we'll fold this instead. And we'll fold it in a way where it doesn't crush the artwork. So I'm going to fold it right along the text. Now we're going to fold it across the top of this as well. Unfortunately, but that's okay. Also, I have like 8 of these. I know they're a limited run, but I have like 8 of them because I bought the Ultramarine deck like 6 times because it had some really good cards in there that I wanted. So, fuck. I'm gonna keep folding it a little bit smaller. It's fine. I want to keep the bulk of the art on the Astartes Warrior, so that's like the first thing they see if and when it's opened. If it is ever opened, who knows? You never know. You're just assuming the tank you bought doesn't have anything inside it. I mean, they wouldn't. They wouldn't assume anything. They have no reason to. Unless this rattles like crazy. Which it shouldn't. It's pretty tightly in there. Oh yeah, that's not going to rattle at all. But there you go. Now there's an Astartes in there. So if they do open it, they're going to be like, oh, what the fuck? It's an artwork of Astartes. And everything about Magic is folded over. It's only when they take the card out that they'll see that. But yeah, it's clipped in there. That shit ain't coming out. It's not going to rattle or anything. You're not going to know anything. And just like the warranty card, you're not going to know anything. It was a folded piece of paper. Perfect. Only way you'll ever know is if you watch these streams. Bingo. Alright. Let's put the top on. Let's seal the Astartes in the tank. This eventually, right afterwards. And yes, the Razorback does have its sides blocked off. So I will need these 2 bulkhead doors. And then I will need that piece, I believe, for the top to make the gun. Yes. Yep, regardless of which gun piece I choose. Okay. Alright, that sprue is done. I'm just going to clean that up when I go to fit the turret in there, it's going to be a hassle if I leave these little bits. There we go. And the other side. Oh, the other side's nowhere near as bad. Yeah, just like that. Done. Cool. Alright. Alright, time to seal them away. Well, not entirely seal them, because there'll still be a little hole there until we put this piece on, and then there's a little hole until we put the gun on. But you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm going with. Oh, I forgot to glue that piece. That's okay. It'll stay shut anyways. Okay. You have that 8-point star turret still. Does it fit this tank? It does, but this tank is not for my Chaos Army. So the Vindicator we built yesterday, the Killdozer, you can field that for either Chaos Space Marines or regular Space Marines. However, the Razorback can only be fielded with Space Marines, not Chaos Space Marines. Because of that, I decided, well, if I can only make this for my Blood Angels army, or sorry, my Blood Ravens army, then I'll make the Vindicator for my Night Lords army. So that's why we made the Vindicator yesterday for Chaos, and this one we're going to keep as Imperium, because it's going to be for my Blood Ravens. Whereas the Vindicator yesterday is for my Night Lords. So yes, the 8-pointed star sealing latch could fit on this tank, but we're not going to use it because it's not for Chaos. It's for Blood Ravens, who are Imperium. Otherwise, I would have put the Heretic Astartes Warrior in here, but I put the regular Astartes Warrior. Alright, the steps go on the right one. Seal up that door with the steps. And then we'll seal up this bulkhead door with just a flat bulkhead. So therefore it goes from being a transport like a Rhino to being a tank, where it does not carry troops no more, it carries ammunition. Oh yeah, we need the visor piece. pieces. There we go. Come on. One of the few push-fit pieces. There we go. Oh, nope, not quite. Come on. There we go. Oh, nope, not quite. Because then the other piece is not in. There we go. Oh my god. One piece goes in, the other piece pops out. Fuck. There we go. Woof! There you go. Now I got a flippable visor. Hoi! Fun tank fact. The Israeli Merkava tank is the only current tank with the engine in front. Interesting. That's actually an interesting point. I never really thought about that, but yeah. Every tank has the engine in the back. Which I suppose makes sense. Interesting. With that fact now really kind of coming to light, though, I'm wondering, why would they choose to build that tank with the engine in the front? I have to assume that, like, they didn't want to, but they had to with whatever limited funding or designs they had. Because really thinking about it now, and coming to that realization, that seems like a really stupid idea to have the engine in the front. Unless you're, like, always ass first into the face of battle. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but interesting. Thank you for the fun fact. All right. So you just sit in like that, yeah. Oh. There we go. There we go. Now you fit nicely. Okay. And then I just need the lights. Which are here. Yeah, and there's also no reason to ever put the smoke launchers on here anymore because, well, it doesn't look like the Rhino chassis tanks can fire smoke anymore. If they can, I missed that part of the stratagems and the war gear, but it doesn't seem like they can fire smoke to give the target shooting them -1 to hit anymore. So, no reason to put smoke launchers on unless you just think it looks cool, but they're okay. Alright, I won't need these since I'm going to put a gun on top, but I'll clip them off for the bit spin. So we can throw away this sprue as well. Okay, you're for the bit spin though, as are you. Okay, and then I will probably use this Aquila for something, even on this tank, because the Aquila is cool. So we will keep you there for now. But now that sprue is emptied. Yeet! They put the engine up front to use it for more front armor. Also allows for a small door in back for people. Up front for more front armor? Oh. And now I'm getting a phone. I only get phone calls during the stream! What the fuck? Be right back. It is only during the stream.
uncle or somebody she knew anyways. They love meat, and they bought it. She was at a farmer's market talking to somebody who was making meat, and they were selling it for $25 for 7.
chat. Mother was having technical problems and then just started talking about other stuff. So, it is what it is. Sorry about that. Let me catch up on chat. I saw Jackson's in the chat. He's probably not here anymore. Pee pee poo poo. Strimber gone. Oh, Lord Ghost Cat was also in the chat, and then he left. Lamau. Also, Nerds in the chat. Wow. Why is it when I leave, it's like I was live for fucking an hour and a half, and I had only JB here. The fucking moment I leave my stream, I go from 1 viewer to 4. Lord Ghost Cat shows up. Riffixix shows up. Nerd of Chaos shows up. What the fuck? Why you guys all show up when I'm not here? Y'all would rather watch the Wingless Chair stream than the actual Wingless stream? What the fuck? Unreal. I can't reach my fucking soundboard from here, but otherwise I'd put fucking boom, boop, 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 boop. Like, fuck you guys. Put the sus shit on. Anyways, his parents watch the stream so they know he's home when they call. Yeah? Fucking better believe it. That's one of the benefits of dead parents. Whoa! Sheesh! That shit escalated. If you don't answer, they keep calling, so you need stories like, make it quick, Mom. I just put the condom on. Oh, sorry, I skipped. That's what benefit. They don't call. No, it wasn't tragic. They were both over 80. Okay, but still. Damn. Streamerless stream is time to riot. Nerd, you just showed up. Fuck you. No one wants to see old people like me riot. Psych, you thought? Oh, he's still here. Hello. Technical problems with the farmer's market? No, I made mead. So, if you go back through my stream catalog, several months ago, I did a live stream where I made my first ever mead. And I did that live on stream. And then when my mother came here for our sailing holiday, we made 2 more batches of mead. We made a blood mead, and then we made the same mead I made several streams ago, the sweet mead. So, and my mom, just after I helped her with her technical problems, she started talking about how her friend saw mead for sale at the farmer's market, and it was way more expensive than my mead. And I was like, yeah, because people fucking upcharge and use the term inflation as a fucking scapegoat just to up prices, just to make more profit. Well, everybody else is doing it, so can I. And I can use the same excuse as everybody else, because everybody will fucking believe it. So, anyways. Maybe you should, like, be here. Fuck you. My parents have a lockdown on when I'm streaming, and they only ever call when I'm streaming. Mom tells us, I was working. Hi, Escaped Ape. Man, you all show up right now. How many of you are going to stick around once we actually continue building this fucking tank? Ugh. Also, hello, Escaped 8. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it. Maybe you should leave more often and increase viewership. Maybe I should, JB. Maybe I should. Clearly, that's the key to views. I'm watching the fucking concurrent viewers skyrocket. JB, for an hour and a half, it was at 1. For an hour and a half, JB, my concurrent viewers was at 1. It was just you and me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me, JB. It was you and me. And that was it. I got a phone call from my mother, and it's fucking at 8 now. I'm bored FA. I'm bored FA. Hi, how you doing? Holy shit, this man has a funny thumbnail. Thank you so much! I appreciate the comment on my blasphemous thumbnails. Salute to you! God, what is happening? Man, if I walk away again, if I decide, you know what, fuck, I'm just gonna call my dad. I'm gonna go call Fa and chat to him for an hour. Am I gonna come back to fucking 1,000 more subscribers and 20 member signups? Is that how this works, chat, huh? Is that how this works? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the charity stream called Raise the Colors, where me and my buddy Jackson, Mr. Riffixix in chat, this man here, are trying to raise 1,000 Canadian dollars for the Canadian Red Cross by building silly little tanks, building and painting all of our armies and shit. Also, this tank has an Astartes Warrior Magic the Gathering token hidden inside of it because LMAO! I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. Hurry, everyone leave stream. Nope, concurrent viewers still at 8. Still at 8, fuck you. The chat is roasting you today. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, this man has anime effects on hotkey. Noise. I am a degenerate. I am indeed. You, me, your dog. We're all degenerates. We all float down here. He's an anime protagonist. The fuck I am. I'm playing Civ 6. Name my next city. Oh, concurrent viewers going down. Your next city's name, City McCity Face. No, that's awful. Trying to think. You just look. Your next city name? This is backwards. You're gonna use some critical thinking here, so figure this out. But your next city name? Everland Sunset. That's a great city name. It's backwards, I know, but you're smart. You're all intelligent in the chat. I know this because your chat. Chat's always smart. Your next city name is Everland Sunset. Everland Sunset. How do you spell that? Spell it like this. That's backwards. Flip your monitor around. Figure it out. We have the technology. Everland Sunset. You're welcome. Anyways, my concurrent viewers is going down, so I'm going to go walk away for a moment. And when I come back, I expect no less than 10 concurrent viewers and 5 new member sign-ups. All right? Don't let me down, chat. Skull. All right? You know my wisdom. Wisdom's not the term. Terms is the term. You know my terms. Did you fuckers answer my terms? Nope. Still at 7 concurrent viewers. No new member signups. Not even fucking super donations, or whatever the fuck those are called, super chats. Disappointed. I'm gonna give you a little bit more time. Figure it out. Nope, concurrent viewers went down. We dropped by 2. I'm gonna guess I'm bored FA, and Riffixix probably left. That's my guess. If you're a degenerate, then where's your VTuber model? I have one. What was the name? It was Alextros? Alextros the Wise, I think it was. Something like that. Yeah, my VTuber, I have a VTuber model. I believe it's called Alextros the Wise. Something like that. You can see it on my YouTube channel. You can find it. If you want to find it, you can. It's there. This reminds me of when J-Car went missing in Babylon 5. Interesting. Yes, Father Wingding. Father Wingding. I don't know how I feel about Father Wingding, I'm going to be honest. Cities and Civ get numbers, not names. Oh. Well, I don't know that. That seems dumb. Why on earth? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from City 41. What about you? Oh, you know, 86212. Oh! I know about that one. How? What? Is this fucking Hunger Games? Where are you from? District 12? Oh. Cool. I'm from District 69420. Fucking blaze it! Like, what's happening? Jeez, I went and had a shower and he's still gone. I came back and I've been here and gone numerous times over the course. You had a fucking shower, asshole. Maybe you died on the toilet. Nope. Better than that. No, he's been back. Exactly. Nerd's got my back. Now, while I've been here, doesn't count. Well, what the fuck? He got more viewers when he left, so he's trying again. Didn't work the second time. Didn't work the second time. The burger on Face Rig doesn't count, Kappa. It's not the burger, it's the dragon. It was the dragon on Face Rig. Next city name is Kajar Teroth. That's almost just reminds me of Call of Teroth from Monster Hunter World, which I know is not what we're talking about, but that's all it reminds me of. Anyways, and I was correct because Jackson is not responding, and neither is I'm Bored FA. So I'm pretty sure those are the two that left. Lamau got him. All right, let's continue building this Razorback. We're going to Astartes Warrior hiding in there. For people who are just joining in the chat, we hid a warranty card in the last tank we built yesterday, and this tank has a little Astartes that we're hiding inside of it. So forever gets this tank long after me, or if it's my descendants, or if I sell it, who the fuck knows. But nobody outside of this stream will ever know that there's an Astartes hiding in this Razorback Blood Ravens tank. Only me and you guys watching right now. Now we're good. Hey! Anonymous donated $20. Holy shit! Damn, thank you very much for the $20, Anonymous. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Damn. That was supposed to be our secret. Well, I'm sorry, JB, but they were going to notice already because we haven't put the fucking top on it yet. They were going to see something inside there. Well, thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $20 donation. Chat, I know some of you might not realize this, but you can actually use emotes even if you're not a member. Can we get some skull emotes in chat? It's the drinking horn emote. You know? That thing up there. Make some skull emotes in chat for Anonymous. Thank you so much for the $20 towards the Canadian Red Cross and our Raise the Colors campaign. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, hello, Severe Brain Damage. He's big chillin' in there. He is indeed big chillin' in there, and he's going to be big chillin' in there forever. Well, not forever. Well, maybe forever. Who knows? Until somebody else opens him up. Who knows? He's going to be big chillin' in there for quite some time. But thank you very much, Anonymous, for $20 donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At $89.69 out of the $1,000 raised, no longer the big funny $69.69. Nice. But thank you so much. Also, hello, Joe Mama, with the eggplant. Classy. Keeping it humble. You know, keep yourself humble. Keeping it classy. You should x-ray the blue tank you bought to see if it's got anything inside it. Just tell the vet your pet spider might be inside. Nope. I don't need to, JB, because the blue tank I got actually has an open front. The person I bought this tank from kept this open, and the top part opens up as well, so you can see inside. So, and this one doesn't have like this one has the control panel right in the middle here, so you can't see all the way to the back. This tank does not. So, let's see if you guys can see that. So you can see, yeah, you can see all the way to the back of the interior. So there's nothing inside this Land Raider. I could shove something inside this Land Raider, but nah, I didn't build this one. I'm just painting it. So. But no, I didn't build that one, so I don't feel right putting something in there. But this guy gets the Astartes inside. The Vindicator has the warranty tank, has the warranty card, and this guy's got a little Astartes hidden inside of him. So. Wow, now we need to get to 420. Yep. No longer the funny $69.69. Now we need to get to $420. Or someone to donate $4.20 or donate $420. That would be pretty PogChamp. So. Them's the rules. 420 Canadian or American? Well, if you donate in American, it will automatically convert to Canadian, since everything is kept in track here in Canadian dollars. So if you donate 420 American, it will automatically convert to Canadian. So it won't show up as 420. It'll show up as like 56.71, whatever the conversion rate is or anything. So, anywho. Oh, by the way, Jackson, so I'm going to need your help on this, Jackson. You can either, here, Jackson, I'm going to need you to get in voice for a second, because I need to run something by you, just to see if I understand this correctly. Oh, he's already, never mind, he's just hiding out in private, so I can just go and jump in on his ass right here.
I literally just hopped in.
Oh.
Because you asked.
All right, so Jackson, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
So, War Gear in 10th is free, correct?
Yep.
So,
Everything.
yes, I know that. Here's the thing. Here's the dumb thing. I just want to run past you and try and understand this. I'm pretty sure I understand this correctly, but I want to run it past you and see if we're both on the same wavelength of this dumb shit. So I got two things to deal with for this Razorback, all right?
Okay.
You ready? So, the model can be built with. This is just the model, not worrying about 10th edition stat blocks or anything. The model can be built with a twin las cannon or a twin heavy bolter. And you can put a storm bolter on the front. That is what it can be built with in terms of the actual plastic. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The stat block for 10th says it comes with either it comes standard with a twin heavy bolter, or you can switch out the twin heavy bolter for a twin las cannon or a twin assault cannon. You can also add the storm bolter and one hunter killer missile. The Razorback does not come with a twin assault cannon or a hunter killer missile in terms of actual modeled pieces you can build and put on it. But the stat block says you can take it. Is that or is that not weird?
Yes, it is weird.
That a model can have guns that it physically doesn't even come with.
Yep.
That's fucking weird.
Agree.
So, because you literally can't WYSIWYG this.
So sorry, it only comes with the twin las cannon? That's it?
No. It comes with a twin heavy bolter or a twin las cannon, and
not the gun.
Not the twin assault cannon.
Assault cannon. Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know what the assault cannon looks like. Because
I think it's the rotary cannons.
Like the Gatling gun cannon?
Yeah, I think it's one of those.
Because the Razorback doesn't come with that build option. It's only the twin heavy bolter or the twin las cannon. But now the 10th edition stat block says you can take a twin assault cannon as well. But you physically can't model that in with the box that it gives you.
That's dumb.
It also gives you a one-shot hunter-killer missile that it also does not come with, modeled-wise.
Interesting.
Right? That's what I was thinking, because I was looking through the stat block before I started building this, and I was like, what am I probably going to build on here? I'm probably going to go with the las cannon, the twin las cannon, just because it looks dope. But then I saw the twin assault cannon, and I was like, I don't know what that looks like. And I don't see it in the box. And then I saw the hunter-killer missile, and I was like, oh, this thing has a hunter-killer missile? That's super dope. And I looked through the box, but it doesn't have that either. And I'm like, something ain't right here.
I don't have anything to tell you except...
Okay. Also, something else I've noticed. There is no point ever modeling any Rhino chassis tanks with smoke launchers anymore. Since
because they just don't exist.
They don't exist. They don't have the ability to fire smoke to reduce shots by 1, and they also don't have that as a stratagem either.
So they might get it back eventually.
Maybe, but like at this point, don't model for what is you'll maybe happen. Model for what you have. So, anyways,
that's true.
I just wanted to share the confusion on that the fucking stat block literally gives you the option for two weapons that you cannot use, and one weapon you will always take because this is the other. I was mentioning this at the start of stream, but I have mixed feelings on all war gear being free. On one side, I'm like, hell yeah, every unit and every tank can be its best self. But on the other side, there are certain weapons you will never, ever in the history of forever see again, like pistols. Because why would you ever take pistols anymore? And the exact same thing goes with this Razorback. The model's twin heavy bolter can be replaced with one of the following: twin las cannon, twin assault cannon. You might see any of those three because all three are very different. The heavy bolter the assault cannon mows down cultists, mows down poxwalkers. The heavy bolter mows down heavier infantry. Las cannon, pick one target, it dies. So you could use all three in different games. But the second part is the part that just makes me laugh. This model can be equipped with one hunter-killer missile. No. This model is equipped with one hunter-killer missile. Because why would you never not take it?
Yep.
And it's the same thing with this model can be equipped with one Stormbolter. No. The model is equipped with one Stormbolter. Because why would you never take that? It's free.
Yep, I agree. I'm kind of a little chapped that the war gear is free because most of my shit that at least in Necrons doesn't have other gear that costs more anyways. I never did.
What? Then why are you chapped about that? That seems like same old.
Yeah. That means most of my shit got nerfed and I didn't get anything for it.
Right. Yes, fair enough. Yeah, so it's same old for you, but then everybody else, like Chaos Space Marines and shit, that suddenly had all the options of like, yeah, for extra points, you could take Reaper chain cannons, heavy bolters, las cannons, missile launchers, plasma guns, plasma pistols, but they always cost extra points. And now it's like, well, you're going to see that in every unit because every unit's its best self now.
Yep.
Whereas Necrons
so I'm a little chapped on it.
Yeah, whereas Necrons are kind of much of the same. Fair enough. Yeah, I can feel your pain from that. That's fair.
But Tau, on the other hand, I haven't actually looked at
Tau,
stuff yet.
My God.
Oh boy.
Listen, I don't know as much about Tau as you do, but I watched a couple videos talking about Tau just so I could kind of understand if you ever wanted to talk to me about it. Your kill suits are ballin'.
The crisis suits?
Sorry, crisis suits. Yeah, your crisis suits are ballin' now.
I mean, they were before.
Yeah, but now they get the best of their gear for free.
Yep, everything has a shield generator. Everything has an iridium.
Exactly.
As much as you can. Everything has any weapon you want instead of paying, the stacking weapons that they were last time.
Yeah, your suits are fucking ballin'. So,
I should have really looked up how Tau works. Because I just haven't.
Oh, that's fair. But anywho, sounds like you're playing Gams back there, or that's Ashy typing away.
Oh, that's ashy.
Well, never mind. I'm gonna retract that statement. It sounds like you're ready to go to bed.
I'm always ready to go to bed.
Yeah,
I
fair
don't know what you're talking about.
Fair. So, JB, just glue a spare missile on it. I don't have a spare missile in my bit bin. Also, it has to be like a fucking sick-ass looking missile because it's a hunter-killer missile, which can only be used once per game. So it's got to be like the dopest missile ever, which I don't have. And I'm surprised the Razorback has it, because I don't think the Razorback has ever been able to take that. I think it's only this edition
what?
now. The hunter-killer missile.
Yeah, a lot of the Rhino chassis were able to. I'm not sure how many of them actually were, but...
Oh. Okay, well, I can tell you,
they-
Chaos
you could
never
be
got
right.
them.
Well, yeah, Chaos doesn't get shit.
Chaos never got hunter-killer missiles. Chaos didn't even get the Razorback. Because
Nope.
I felt a little bit bad. I don't know if you noticed this from the stream yesterday, but I built the Vindicator as Chaos because the Chaos can take the Vindicator, but they can't take the Razorback. So I built my Vindicator as a Night Lord Vindicator, so I could take it with that army. And then the Razorback is staying with my Blood Raven, since I can't take it for Night Lords.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
Even
though you guys gifted me both tanks for the Blood Ravens, but I mixed up the two because I was like, well,
Whatever.
Vindicator can go both, but Razorback has to go this way. So it's only fair that one army gets one tank, the other army gets the other tank. Even though my Night Lords already have a Predator, 2 Rhinos, and a Land Raider. But we're ignoring that.
We
But-
know who the favorite sons are.
Hey, listen. When does Chaos get repulsors, huh? That's what I
Never.
thought. Exactly. So if I want to get some tanks for my Blood Ravens, I'll just get them a fucking repulsor.
hey,
Because
hey.
that shit floats and has 27 guns.
Hey. When do they get defilers? When do
They don't
the
need
loyalists get
defilers. They don't
Huh?
need defilers. Defilers
Yeah,
haven't been good.
you don't need a fucking repulsor.
Repulsors
Correct.
are some of the best fucking tanks in the game. They have 27 guns, they have faster movement, and they are transports. They are literally everything. They have the best of all. Rhino,
Rhinos can't get venom crawlers. Come on.
a venom crawler can't transport. It's bullshit. Defiler doesn't transport. Venom crawler doesn't transport. For Chaos, it's like you want to transport, you get a Rhino. That's it. And a Land Raider. If you want a shooting what gun, you get the Predator tank or a Land Raider Redeemer.
Or a Land Raider.
Yeah, or the same Land Raider, which historically looks dope, but hasn't been good for years, unfortunately. And then beyond that, then you get your Chaos-specific models, which are they transports? No. Do they do well in combat? Not really. Are they great at ranged? Also, not really. They're better in combat than at range. And then you go to Space Marines, and it's like, oh yeah, here's the humble repulsor tank. It levitates.
Humble.
So the humble repulsor tank. Is it a transport? Yes. Oh, okay. So it's very good at transport. So it probably fails in other areas. No. It has 27 guns, so that it can unleash fucking hellfire on everything, and it has the right tool for the job against everything. And you're like, oh, so it transports and it has every single gun. That's crazy. So it's probably really slow. No, it hovers and goes farther than your regular tracked fucking tanks. Why? It's bullshit. So to answer your question, if I need tanks for my Blood Ravens, I'll just buy a repulsor because it's 3 tanks in 1. It's a fucking Rhino transport. It's a floating hover tank, and it has like double the amount of guns that a Land Raider has.
It also looks cooler, let's be honest.
What, the repulsor?
Yeah.
Looks cooler than what?
And most other tanks.
Most of the tanks, sure. I still say the Land Raider is my favorite looking tank. I love the look of the Land Raider. I think it's sick.
That's fair.
The Rhino is like a solid B+, maybe A- tank chassis because it's so malleable and you can make so many different versions out of it. But there's just something real menacing about the low to the ground, just angled fat treads of the Land Raider that just looks so fucking sick. And the Repulsor looks like your standard tank, just hovering
With more guns.
with more guns. Correct. But if we want to talk about like the best looking tank overall in terms of all of the game of 40K, that goes to the Stomper.
What?
The Orc Stomper.
That's not a tank.
It's a walking tank. It's a walking tank.
No. We're talking about like tracked vehicles.
Then the
not things with
repulsor doesn't
legs.
count either because it doesn't have tracks. It fucking floats.
If it did have tracks, it would be able to have tracks.
If the Stompa had tracks, it would also have tracks. That means the Lord of Skulls counts because it has tracks.
It does.
It's not a... If the Lord of Skulls counts as a tank, along with the fucking Rhino, the Land Raider, and the Repulsor, then the Stompa counts as a tank. Fuck you.
It's a walker. It's like a knight. Would you call a knight a tank?
Is the Defiler a knight? It's a walker. Oh, yeah, it
is
falls
a
apart
walker.
quickly, doesn't it?
No. That's still... It's still a walker. That doesn't detract from it not being a knight. It could both be not a knight and it's still a walker.
Is the
Like-
Venom Crawler a walker, or is it a crawler?
That is a crawler.
But it walks!
It's in the name.
What the fuck? So the Stompa is a Stompa because it's in the name.
Yep.
I'm tired of this. Go away. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Anyways, I just wanted to share the ridiculousness that is the Razorback being equipped with literally two weapons that you physically cannot build on it. So you can never ever, according to the new rules, build the Razorback as WYSIWYG because you can never put a hunter killer missile on it and you can never put an assault cannon on it. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. Fucking whack.
Whack.
Yep.
Have fun.
Thanks. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
Bye.
Or-
Anyways, chat. I'll catch up on chat here for a moment. $0 Canadian is $0 American dollars, but 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. JB, we're not going to go down this fucking rabbit hole again. I'm tired of this. If upgrades are free, just glue all the weapons on. We're not going down that rabbit hole either. We're not going down that rabbit hole either. Fuck that. No. Solid GW moment. Indeed. Solid GW moment. Just glue a spare missile on. Oh, we already talked about it. There's another issue with free stuff. Lots of people like list building. They should have kept point builds and made pre-builts for beginners. Oh well. Make a sick-ass missile out of sprue. Maybe someday. I'm just gonna build it how I want to build it out of the parts I have. If I want to add a missile to it later, I'll find a way to attach a missile to it later. If I really want to build a hunter killer missile. My Tau models came with their once per game models. My Tau models came with their once per game models? You mean the once per game weapons and shit that they have? I don't think Tau have any once per game guns. Oh, they must. I don't think... if they do, I'm not remembering any of them now. Imperial Guard have a lot of missiles that are once per game. And I know Space Marine has stuff like the Hunter Killer missile. They do. Oh, okay. They had Hunter Killer missiles. Oh, interesting. Were they also just were the Tau missiles also just called Hunter Killer missiles? Or did? I don't know if they do. I think so. Okay, well, who knows? Jackson and Nerd are fucking being gaslit. Did we have Hunter Killer missiles? Were they called Hunter Killer missiles? Were they called something else? Who knows? They just need a saxophone playing soldier riding it. I like my tanks to be mobile fortresses with extra guns. Hold the manpower to use all those guns. Goddamn. Oh, hey, get much further in Maiden Abyss? I finished it. I'm all caught up. I finished Season 1. I finished Season 2. And I watched the in-between movie, which... Side note, if you don't know this and you haven't watched Maiden Abyss yet, there is 3 Maiden Abyss movies. The first 2 are just recaps of parts of Season 1, but the third one you have to watch before you watch Season 2. Otherwise, you'll end up like me, watching Season 1 and then watching Season 2, getting about 3 or 4 episodes into Season 2 and going like, I feel like I missed a lot of stuff, because a lot of stuff that's being referenced or that are not being referenced, then I feel like I should know. And then looking it up on Google and finding out, oh yeah, there are 3 movies. Don't watch the first 2. They are literal recaps. The third one you do need to watch, though. So then I went back and watched the third movie, and everything suddenly made sense that I wasn't getting context for. And it answered quite literally everything that I was confused about. And then I finished season 2. So if you're going to watch Made in Abyss, watch season 1, watch the third movie, skip the first 2, because it's just season 1 recapped, and then watch season 2. And then you're caught up. Brief thoughts on Made in Abyss. Season 1, phenomenal. Fantastic. Loved it. 8 out of 10, maybe even 8.2 out of 10. Great stuff. Couple small things, meh, but like it's phenomenal. The third movie, which is like the only movie you need to watch, also it starts to enter the weird territory, like real weird, but but not so weird that you're like falling off the ride. You're still holding on to the ride. You're like, I'm still loving this, still going great. So I'd say the movie is like 7.8, 7.9. And then you get to season 2. Season 2 is pure wacko mode. Season 2 of Made in Abyss is pure rabbit hole, confusion, wildness, just straight fucking insanity. And you have to be like, there are many points where you just have to pause watching the episode and you just need to take a moment and think to yourself, what am I watching? Is what is happening, am I fully grasping exactly what is happening? Yes? Okay. And you press spacebar and you keep watching. And by the end of it, you're like, whoa. What the fuck? 7.7. It's still good. It's still, you can still follow along. There's some weird wackiness that you just have to be like, it's Japan. It's anime. It is what it is. And you just kind of shove it away. Shove it away in your brain. Just accept that it is what it is and just keep going on that ride. Just grit through it. It's wild. It is fucking wild. So, yeah, I would say 8 to 8.2 for season 1, 7.9 for the movie, the tie-in between the 2 seasons, and then a 7.7 for season 2. I'm definitely going to watch season 3 when it comes out. But man, season 2 was wild with some of the places they went there. It was like, just, whoa. Am I understanding what I'm watching? Yes, okay. So, that's my review on Made in Abyss so far. Isn't everyone here thinking, what am I watching? The fuck you are! Of course you are. Skull chat, by the way. Alright. Let's finish building this Razorback. Hui! Alright, got the lights on. And then we just need to do... Oh, that's it for this page. Okay, next. Alright. This is where we build our top options, whatever we want to do there. So, what we're probably going to do... I'm thinking, because I don't want to spend a lot of detail stuff painting, but I kind of... Oh, I can just do it that way. That works too. Alright, so what I'm thinking we're going to do, this back piece here, the big one, that's going to be our las guns, because I just think the las guns look dope. So we're going to put las guns on the back here. And then for these front two spots here, I'm going to do one as the Stormlink bolter, the little Stormlink bolter option here, without the dude sticking out of it, because that's just more to paint later. Fuck it, dude's gonna hide inside. He's already in there, you can see. And then the other side on the right, we're probably going to do... We could do the satellite. Let's do the satellite. We haven't done a satellite yet. We could do the regular light, but we already have lights on the front here. Let's do the satellite. Let's do that. We're going to do satellite, gun, satellite, twin bolter, and las cannon. We're going to do that. Can't wait for the paint fume stage of this show. It's already happening, baby! Yeah! Skull chat. Keep you humble. Alright. So, let's build the little bolter sticking out of the manhole cover first. And I'm not going to worry about, like I said, putting the dude on the outside holding it, because that's just more detailed stuff we got to paint later, and fuck that. We're just going to have it hanging out there. He's inside manning some shit first. So we need to build this one. Yep. And then the other one is the one with the satellite. So we'll do that one later. So this, we just need... and then we need the 2 halves of the twin bolter, which is here. Or storm bolter, I think it's called. Yeah, it can be because of one storm bolter, and that's what this is. Storm bolter. Okay. So that's that and the storm bolter, and then I just need 2 closed lids and the handle. And then the tiny little handle piece there. Okay. And then I'll probably use this banner somewhere because it looks cool, so we'll clip that off, save it with the Aquila. And then for the other side, we're using this piece, which... does it just sit in like that? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's that piece. And then we just need the little satellite dish. Oop. That whole thing came off. Interesting. Okay, and the stem for that satellite dish, which is this piece, yep. Okay, So that's the front, that's the back there, and then we will build the las cannon afterwards. Crank the fan. I'm roasting. It's crazy. It's 9:30 and I am roasting. Whoa! What's the temperature outside? 14 degrees. Damn, it is roasting in here. Oof. Well, the door behind me is partially closed just for sound. It would cool down if I had the door open a little bit, but I am also loud and I have downstairs neighbors. And I try to be somewhat considerate. Somewhat. Feel the burn. Oh, I'm feeling it. Have you seen my forehead? I'm feeling the burn, all right? I felt the burn all day fucking a couple days ago. You ready for this? Flashbang. Snow White Arctica. Mexico. Alaska. Like. Fucking. Whoop. Knocked over that. You want to see this even better? You ready for this? You ready for this? Farmer Joe. Showing off the muscles of the white boy. Working all day. It's a hard job, but it's worth an effort. Whatever. Yeah, I'm stocked up on steroids. I'm so fucking red. Satellite dish so they can watch 700 channels of Blood Bowl. Exactly. 40 degrees Celsius, 57 Fahrenheit. Thanks, JP. I'm so glad I know what temperature outside it is for America here in Kelowna. Anyways. Alright. Let's build this thing. How the fuck does this go together? Like this. Okay, got it. That goes on either side of this. That is not gonna hold. Oh, maybe it did hold a little bit. Well, it's not gonna hold for very long, so. Let's put a tiny little dab of glue in there. Are lizard folk added to Blood Bowl? I don't know. I don't play Blood Bowl. I don't play Blood Bowl, and I have no interest in playing Blood Bowl. I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's wild and wacky and goofy. I just have no interest. Okay, so that's that. And let's put the two doors in there. Go. Oh, and then we gotta put handles on the back here. Which will go... How the fuck do these handles fit? Oh, just like that? Yep, just like that. Okay, well. It will sit like that in a moment. I gotta clean this piece up a bit. There we go. Okay. Dunzo. And then that piece just glues straight on, yeah? Yes, it does. Excellent. Okay. Alright, that piece is in. Let's make this little satellite. Because that will just sit just like that, yeah? Yep. I think it just slots right in like that. Yes, it does. Excellent. So that piece just fits right in there. Excellent. Okay. There you go. Okay, and let's put this in here. There we go. We got the gun and the little satellite dish at the front. And now we can build the twin las cannon at the back. Also, we're going to switch up the music a bit. We've been listening to the Dark Tide soundtrack for too long. It's time to mix things up. still need the hood. And the low light. This one. Check on some Hades stuff. Oh, just like Hades music? Let's see if I can... Oh, this is going to be really difficult from this far away. Ah! There we go. There you go. You're welcome. Never say I never do nothing for you, chat. Okay. Alright, and this one just goes in there. Fair enough, easy enough. Oh, that is a tight fit. Holy! There we go, man. You had to shove that. Damn. Woof! Alright, but it's in there. Alright. Gonna hold this for a while, just so it gets in really well. Oh, it doesn't need to hold that well. It's going to have that go on top of it. Lamau? Okay, fair enough. Gotcha. Okay, no, easy enough. Put some glue in these two slits there. this on top of that. There we go. Las Cannon, Twin Link Las Cannon done. And it articulates. Look at that. Ballin'. Alright. And then I'm pretty sure we just put this... Oh, we got some extra stuff as well. We have some extra pieces that we can attach to make it look real cool and nice. So we're going to do that as well. Alright, chat, say goodbye to the Primaris Marine in there. He's gonna be gone. He's finally gonna be sealed away in this tank for who knows how long. There we go. And the gun, most importantly, still articulates. So you can fire it straight forward or basically vertical. Hell yeah. Alright, well, the Razorback's basically done, but now we can add all the extras to it. Like this Aquila, this banner, and there looks like some jerry cans and some ropes and chains and shit. So let's do that. Let's spice it up a bit. Screw empty. And these can go to the bit spin. Those over there. Alright, where does it suggest all these things go? There, okay. Ah, fuck it, we'll put the smoke launchers on it. doesn't need them since it doesn't use them anymore, but fuck it. Why not? We'll add some smoke launchers. Where do they even attach? Oh, I guess just anywhere. Well, fair enough. Okay, I think that's everything that we need. Seems like it. And then the rest of this can go to the bit bin. Sorry about this, but I gotta go. Gotta help a friend build his From Dark D&D campaign. In his test run, he didn't understand how balancing worked and TPK'd the party of level 6 with Vampire and played. It's totally chill, Escape Date. We're basically done. The Razorback is basically done. It's playable in this state. So, you're not missing anything much. We're just going to put these last little dirty bits on and call her there. But thanks for hanging out, Escape Date. Have a fun rest of your night. Thanks so much for swinging by. Have a good one. Alright. Let's plop these bad boys on. Okay, put that piece there. And these pieces both go on the back here. Interesting. They just sit like that, I suppose. Seems like it. Alrighty. Interesting, but okay. Yeah, there you go, that works. Just hold it there for a couple seconds. Okay, we'll do the other side. There you go. Okay, now that those are on. Put the Aquila up here. on the side here. This is a little annoying to do, but it's okay. It's not mandatory, so I have no one to blame but myself. There we go. Got it. Just gonna tilt the whole tank over just so that lays flat for a bit. Well, that glues right where I want it. Perfect. And while that's drying, I'm going to go quickly check something. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, let's make these smoke launchers while we're waiting for that piece to dry. Okay, while those smoke launchers dry, we'll glue the shanks to the front, the stabby bits. I really feel like they should be held on by a lot more than these tiny little slips of plastic and glue here, but they're not, so make do with what you got. I could probably glue the tops of them. No, actually no. that sit and dry for a little bit. Just because it's smaller contacts, so before I really start moving it around, I want it to dry fairly well. And then we're just adding the smoke launchers, and then we're done. Alright, well, while that's drying, I'm going to clean up the place a little bit, move all these things to the bits bin and such. Okay. Alright, let's put these smoke launchers on them and call them done. What part of them is he on there? Yeah, right behind the... That's what I thought, right behind there. So, okay. There we go. And we are done. Nope, did not need that much paper, but I got it now. Alright, and just as the song is ending as well, we are calling it a close for today. We got the Blood Ravens Razorback done. Complete. Go to this camera, actually. So we got our Razorback for the Blood Ravens done, with twin-linked Stormbolter, and it's with a twin-link Stormbolter and twin-link las cannon. So that'll be for the Blood Ravens army. Alright, chat. That's it for me tonight. But I will not be gone very long because it is my understanding that both Jackson and I will be live again tomorrow morning. And for me, it will have to be in the morning because I go flying in the afternoon. So I will correlate with Jackson, find out what time it is. But tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're doing. I think I might just do... always wipe your tip when done. I indeed did so. I wiped the tip of the glue. I believe tomorrow I'm probably going to be doing some Havoc Marines, some Chaos Space Marine Havocs, and we'll see where we go from there. Because I have to go flying in the afternoon, and I go flying at 1, which means I need to leave at 12:30. So I'm not going to be doing anything big. I'll probably just be doing a couple of my Havoc Marines. But we'll see. I'll correlate with Jackson and see what time we're starting tomorrow morning. But that'll be it for me tonight, but I will be back tomorrow morning with more painting streams, raising money for Canadian Red Cross. Thank you again to the Anonymous for the $20. Appreciate you. You're fucking awesome. We're almost at $100. Almost at 10% of our goal. We're looking mighty fine. No, that's not 10% of our goal. That would be 1% of our goal? I can't math. This looks bad. Give me one. What percent of 1,000 is 100?
The answer is 10%.
I was right. We're almost at 10% of our goal. Almost at 10%. So, I will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, have yourselves a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever it is where you are. Have yourselves a good one. Skulls in chat. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If you enjoyed the stream, tell your friends. If you didn't, you tell me. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!